Hey guys, it's Troy and welcome to another video. So I'm sitting here in the beautiful environs of Heathrow Airport, and for once I'm not in a fancy airport lounge because I'm not with Mr. Tusk, and I was trying to sort out my airport lounge membership, and it's taken me a little bit longer than I was hoping. So I am sitting around in a cafe here in Heathrow Airport, but nevertheless very comfortable. It's pretty quiet here today actually as well, so it's pretty cool. I've got the laptop open, just doing a little bit of work before my flight because I'm off to sunny Poland quite soon. Now, what I wanted to talk about in today's brief video is a couple of comments that I got yesterday underneath the video that I did about dating conversation success, and specifically this thing about getting a phone number. Is getting a phone number enough? No, of course. Getting a phone number from a girl that you're attracted to, from a woman that you're attracted to, is not enough, obviously, because if the end game is to go on a date with her or to in some way be intimate with her or form a relationship with her or date her, then obviously a phone number isn't that. A phone number is just a part of the puzzle. A phone number is just something that is, it's a signpost along the way, but it's not reaching the end game. Of course, I think we should all know that. It's a bit of a no-brainer, but I just wanted to clarify that point for this video. So somebody said yesterday, Commander Master said, a lot of guys think getting a girl's number is good enough and their job is done, but if it goes nowhere afterwards, then it's a waste of time. You've got to be working towards meeting up with the girl. Yes, absolutely, of course. And when we do training, when I do training with James, for a start, what we're doing a lot of the time is encouraging guys to actually just go on an instant date with the girl. So yes, you can get a phone number, but equally, it's sometimes better if you've got 5-10 minutes to say, listen, I was just going to go grab a coffee. Why don't you come join me and we can sit down and have a chat? Very nice. So yeah, you know, and then you might get the phone number after that, but it does mean that you guys have actually sat down, you've had a date already. So that's the first thing. And of course, you know, if that date goes well and she's got time and you've got time, then you could maybe go to a bar and you could hang out for longer, and then, you know, who knows where that could lead to. And of course, in nighttime situations, when you're out and about at night, then, you know, you might ask her to go for a drink with you, and then one drink leads to another, and then again, who knows where you end up. So no, of course, the phone number is not the end game in any circumstances. And then somebody called Nintendo Cell says, agreed, number closes haven't really meant anything for years now. It could be a nice ego boost to get a phone number, but it doesn't matter if there's no follow-up. 100% agree with that. He says number closes, that is to say getting a phone number hasn't meant anything for years. To be honest, even years ago, because I've been, you know, dating around and stuff for a long time, and even years ago, really, a phone number didn't mean anything. It never means anything until you reach the final chapter. It's a bit like watching a movie and stopping halfway through, right? It's just not, you know, nothing signifies anything. It's all sound and fury until you reach the final act, okay? So yes, I mean, getting a phone number, maybe years ago it meant a little bit more perhaps, but certainly in the last 10, 15 years or so, it hasn't really meant very much, because somebody can give you their phone number. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to answer your call. It doesn't mean they're going to respond to your messages. It doesn't mean that they're not going to block you as soon as they've given that information, then you send them a message, because actually they didn't really want to be in contact with you at all. They didn't really want you to follow up with them. They were just giving you the phone number because it's an easy way to shut you up. It's an easy way to get rid of you. Okay, so yes, 100%, there should be no confusion on this point. Getting a phone number in itself doesn't mean anything. However, and this is the important thing, if you're a high value guy, if you're busy, if you're doing stuff, then you haven't always got time to hang around for hours with every single woman that you meet, doing an instant date, doing a longer date in the hope that something's going to come of it. It just isn't practical, right? You know, if you're in the airport here and you meet a girl before you go through security and you guys get chatting, maybe she's on a plane to somewhere, you're on a plane to somewhere else, you know, realistically, I mean, you know, anything is possible, but realistically, nothing is going to happen in that instance, right? So what are you going to do? Well, you want to get the contact details, so there is a possibility of you guys meeting up again at a future point. And this is why we teach social skills, okay? Social skills mean, dating conversation skills mean that you can walk up to somebody you find attractive, you can have a conversation with them, and you can exchange contact details. Now, getting those contact details, yes, again, commentators on the previous video, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's the end game. It's not like, oh, you got a phone number, woohoo, let's all put out the bunting and the party balloons. It's not like that. But the point is, you're a busy guy, you're a high value guy, you've got stuff going on, you're working towards your purpose, you're building your business, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. As you are going about your day-to-day life, maybe you meet somebody who's attractive, you go up to her, you have the confidence to walk up, you have the confidence to be congruent and calibrated and normal when you walk up and have a great conversation, and, you know, it's a win-win. There's, you know, feeling the love on both sides. You get the phone number, you come away, and then you can contact her later. Now, again, that doesn't in itself mean that she's going to respond. It doesn't in itself mean that that particular interaction is going to go anywhere further. You hope that it will, and obviously one of the ways to make it more likely that it will go further is to be flirtatious, so that she's somewhat excited by this interaction, and there's more, you know, she's keen to follow up with you at a later date. But nothing's ever guaranteed. But the point is that you are instituting this as a central tenet of your day-to-day routine. Okay, this is just something you're doing all the time because you're a social, high-value man. Okay, so you're walking around, you're going to the coffee shop, you're buying a coffee, you're chatting to somebody in the queue who you find attractive, having that brief conversation, getting the contact details, and moving on. No guarantees in life. It doesn't mean that that woman is definitely going to respond to your messages. It doesn't mean she's definitely going to come out on a date. You aren't going to have a party and pat yourself on the back and celebrate because you've got a phone number, because in itself it doesn't mean anything. But unless your whole game is going to be hanging around at nightclubs until the very end of the evening in the hope of taking somebody home, or you're going to be doing, you know, attempting to do a dating app game, which frankly doesn't work very well for the majority of guys, or you're going to be doing some very odd and elongated sort of daytime stuff, then the reality is that a contact detail, a telephone number, is going to be a necessary midway step in most normal human social interactions. Okay, it's not something to applaud yourself about. It's not something to, you know, it's not like, okay, job done, I got a phone number, well, hey, of course not. But it is a necessary step if you're going to meet somebody, and then you're going to go on your separate paths, and then you're going to meet up again later. Okay, but the whole point about what we teach is that it's a rinse and repeat thing. Okay, this is not something you just do once and then celebrate and then forget about it. This is something that you're doing on a daily basis as you go about the rest of your business. It's not so you're not being a weirdo going to the shopping mall and spending 7 hours there and, you know, marauding around like some kind of loser. It's not like that, but it's just something that you do as you're out and about, and it's part of your daily business. Okay. With all of that being said, of course, you need to have the confidence to do that, and you need to have the ability to formulate a decent conversation that's actually going to lead to a positive outcome. All right, and that's where the course Dating Conversation Success comes in. Now, Dating Conversation Success launches tomorrow. The window for enrollments is tomorrow until Monday, so that's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th of September. When the course, you can enroll on the course. Okay, it's a 5-hour plus video course. There's 5 hours plus worth of material in the video course, which will show you real life interactions with me, talking to various different ladies, and you'll see me doing it well, you'll see me doing it badly and getting rejected, you'll see some funny scenes, and you'll see some really cool stuff. You'll see some very quick interactions, which just prove that this isn't something that needs to take hours and hours and hours. You can just go in, have a very brief conversation, take a phone number, and then go. And like I say, you'll see some rejections, you'll see some warm-ups, you know, when you're just getting yourself into that vibe, into that social vibe, and you'll see some full-length conversations as well. Each of those videos I break down in extreme detail in the second video after it. So you have the raw footage, and then you get the breakdown video with me sitting in the background telling you exactly what's happening, what I did right, what I did wrong, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so you get all of that. Then you get a video where I discuss daytime approach or day game, the London day game model, in great detail, and you get another video where I discuss my 12 principles of conversation. Okay, and I go into a lot of detail there, but I go into even more detail on the core principles of an effective conversation in a book that I've written, a PDF that I've written for the course called Dating Conversation Success. And then, as if that's not enough, there's also an audiobook version of that book narrated by Mr. Jack Napier. So if you can't be bothered to read the PDF, You can listen to the audiobook version. It will G you up before you go out. You can listen to it before a night out, or before you go on a date, or before you go out to do some daytime approach. Okay, so it's an amazing package. You can get just that online course on the first tier. There are 3 tiers of entry to this Dating Conversation Success. So the first tier, you just get the online course. That costs £197. Okay, you get everything that I just mentioned. If you go up to the next tier, okay, the next tier, you get all of that. You get the video course, and obviously that's lifetime access, and any updates that I make, you'll get those as well for free, because you're already a member. The next tier is a tier where you get all of that, but you also get 5 live Zoom webinars as well. So I'm going to be doing a series of 5 live Zoom webinars in September, okay, where I'll be going into much more detail about these, about the lessons that I teach in the course. We'll also be helping you out in person. We'll be bringing some guest speakers in. If you've got questions, obviously you can ask, you can discuss with the rest of the group, etc., etc. And you also get access to my private Telegram group as well. So that's the second tier. And then the third tier, you get all of that. Oh, sorry, and that second tier, the cost for that is £497. So that's the course plus the Zoom webinars. And then the third tier, if you want some more bespoke one-on-one coaching with me, but you're not able to come to a live event or a bootcamp event that I do with James Tusk, then for the cost of £1,297, you get the digital course. Obviously, you come along to the Zoom webinars as well, and you get access to the Telegram chat. But on top of that, you get 10 weeks bespoke, one-on-one, personalized coaching with me over WhatsApp. So I will be your WhatsApp wingman in your pocket, and you can get access to me really, well, within reason, you know, anytime throughout the day or night, okay? You get that for 10 weeks, that's £1,297. So entry level, just the digital course, is £197. If you want the digital course plus the Zoom webinar sessions, that's $497. And if you want the digital course plus the Zoom webinars and plus the personalized WhatsApp training with me as well, then that is £1,297. It's a steal. It's an awesome course. We launched it before in May. We had about 120 guys in there. They loved it. I've got some great feedback on the course. Really, really looking forward to it. So get involved. As I say, the links will go live tomorrow. So that's the 2nd of September. And you can join, but you've got to hurry because you've only got until Monday, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, in order to enroll, and then the doors slam shut. And the other thing to say is with the personalized coaching, with the WhatsApp coaching, that is limited to 10 guys. And we've already got a couple of guys in there already. So there's only really 8 places left. So if you are interested in that option, that personalized coaching with me, then do take action quickly. Anyway, with all of that being said, I will see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.